Okay, so I've got a problem with my Astra, and it's an annoying problem. A couple problems, to be honest. Now, the first one is that the idle is very, very rough. So rough, in fact, that it wants to stall out. It'll stick about 600, and then it'll drop to about 4. And anything below 5, it's not very healthy for the car. So that was a problem. Livable problem with, but not something that's not very good. Then it got worse. When I was driving, especially coming off a junction, coming off a roundabout, it would pick up revs and then suddenly it would lose power and it would just hesitate and just jump. The car was jumping up and down. And at first I thought, it's a misfire. It's got to be a misfire. So, from an injector or a bad fuel rail, something like that. Something not delivering the fuel correctly. So, got the scanner out, plugged it into the car, and it came up saying there was a misfire in every cylinder, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now instantly I thought this can't be a mechanical problem, because if there was a mechanical problem in causing 4 misfires in each cylinder, the car wouldn't even start. So I knew it was an electrical problem. And underneath all the misfires in the scanner, it said a coolant temperature sensor. That was giving me an engine management light, giving me a code. So, what we've got is, we've went and bought another engine temperature sensor, coolant temperature sensor. And now, on these cars, these are very easy to get to, very easy to install. It's just a 19mm bolt. 19mm bolt on the side of the engine, pop out, pop it in, new clip. So, and these things, you wouldn't really expect one of these things to cause 4 misfires, but the temperature sensor does regulate fuel to each cylinder. So if this is off, 4 misfires. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this. I'm going to show you how to do it, and hopefully it makes a big difference.
So these are the tools you're going to need: 1/2 mil or a 1/4 mil ratchet, and a 19mm socket. All you want to do is come over here, pop your bonnet, okay, now there's your engine. Come to the right side, and this little thing right there is the clip. What we do with this clip, try not to break the wires. Just wiggle that off, a bit more of a wiggle, and you can see right inside there is the sensor. There's a 19mm bolt right on the end of that. Now, these 2 radiator holes, I would just unclip them onto one side. Do your best to get them out of the way. Keep hold of that, do not lose that. It's just this one out of the way. Okay. Now, grab your socket with your hand. Now it's a little bit tricky getting it over the plastic cover. A little bit tricky. Have a wiggle until you can feel it grab. Okay, that's grabbed. Now grab your end. Okay, now once your socket's on there nice and snug, you've only got a little bit of room to get your wrench in. Now if you had a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch conversion, it might be a little bit easier, but I don't. So what I'm going to do is just try and use my arm, squeeze that into the socket. Okay. So that's on. Remember, lefty loosey. Just want to try and break that loose. Just like that. Okay. Just loosen it until you think you can get off by hand. That should be fine. Take off your wrench first. a little bit of a tricky situation. Oh, got it. Okay, I'll take off the socket. Put it to one side. Okay, so when you're loose enough to do it by hand, what you're going to want to grab is a rag. Put that, try and get that right underneath the sensor. Try and get it away from all the electrical parts, because there is coolant in the block. Coolant temperature sensor, hence the name, and that will squirt out. So what you're gonna want to do, I mean, you could drain the radiator first, and then do this. It would be a lot easier, but I just replaced them the other day. So what you're going to want to have is this on hand, ready, quick, and also you will need, depending how quick you get this out, you might need to top up some radiator fluid after. This is going to pour the radiator fluid out everywhere, so I'm going to have to be quick. Sorted. Need to squeeze that in, it's quite difficult with my hands. Oh. Right, okay. Socket. Back on. And I want to tighten it, same way we did, same way we loosened it. Squeeze that on there. Bit difficult with limited space. Right, okay. Now to tighten it. Not too tight, just snug. There we go. Sock it off. Connector we took off. Put that back in. Sorted. That's the old one. Doesn't really look too worn down, to be honest. Okay, so everything's nice, connections on properly, nice and snug. And then remove the old rag. Now, okay, so put your radiator hoses back where they should be. Clip, big on the bottom, little one on the top. Okay, now we did drain a little bit of coolant then, so what we're going to do is top it up. Got a little bit hanging around here. I did it the other day. Ugh. Okay, make sure when you do this that the engine is cold. You don't want to be taking that off when it's hot, because it is pressurised and it won't be bloody good. So I'm gonna do this. If I can get the bloody strength to do it. There we go. Okay. Now the engine is cold, so we want to top it up to the cold fill line. Hot fill line, cold fill line, low one. So we grab our coolant, and you can use a funnel. I mean, I do, but we're only topping up a little bit. So I'll top that up until you see the fill line. Well, I can just see that now. Didn't lose much, only a little bit. See it there? Bit of a knot right there. Perfect. So, ready to cap back on. And let's go and test her out. And let's check the idle. I know my service light is on. I mean, it always idled cold when it was always idled fine when it was cold. So I'm gonna let it warm up, maybe go for a little bit of a drive, and I'll let you know. Idle again. Seems to be good. I mean, before, I mean, it would dip around 5, 6, but I'm not gonna give it the benefit of the doubt just now, because the engine is pretty cold. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go for another quick drive, and I'll do a video when I come back. Okay, so I'm driving now, and the first thing to notice is, once I got it up in the revs, and then took it quick off the clutch and then let it idle, is that it would definitely drop. Now, it would definitely drop before 1,000 revs. It would, that's when the stuttering and the hesitation would kick in properly. I mean, it would go to 0.5 and then it would jump below that, and then sometimes it would even cut out. But now, I'll do it again, I'll get up in the revs a little bit. And quickly put the clutch in and take the gas off into neutral. And it sits at 1.
So to summarise, massive difference. I mean, the power delivery is so much smoother, it idles correctly, it's so much more consistent for the rev range, and for the price of it, it's stupid really. I mean, one of these this cost me £13, well, £9 worth of discount. So for the price, I mean, it's stupid not to try it really. Sorry about that rattling in my window. Shut up! Okay. I mean, yeah, idling now, I'll show you the idle.
Right where it should be. Not moving before it was jolting up and down, steady. So for the price this fix, it's stupid not to even try it really.